He'll be back out in a minute because Papa won't let him out because he want to come back out. But back to what I was saying about finding those places. See, many times as individuals, we feel we have to really search hard, but many times what we're looking for is within. But we have to make sure that we're in the right atmosphere, in the right place, around the right people, doing the right things in order for that peace and serenity to come to surface. And so I've learned in life, that, and I mean, I always say, and it's amazing how you, for those that grew up with grandparents, and I had both of my grandmothers at an adult ages, and it's that sometimes they would say, keep on living, or how you would understand life itself the older you get. But I tell people all the time, right here, this time in my life, I'm at a different sequence in life. It's a different time. My coworker, custodian, I hit custodian. He said, "You said that." I said, "Yeah." I said, "It was like this year, this summer, it was like things are going to be a little bit more or less for me." He said, "You said it." I said, "Yeah." And for some reason, I had to. I don't know why, but God revealed to me and said, "Ursula, you got to just not do. You got to kind of slack it, slack back, step back with some things in life, okay? Not that I'm a slack or anything like that, but with some things I had to say, okay, I don't need to be doing all of that anymore." And so, not if I'm not coming. Cash, you shaking the thing. So I learned that this is a part of my life. It's a very big part of a sequence in my life where, Cash, hush, where I am paying attention more to myself, noticing things more about myself, and the peace and serenity is just getting to be extra. And I'm grateful for that. And really telling myself, Ursula, you don't have to try to be the person to do it all. You don't have to. In many different phases of my life, you don't have to be the person to have to do it all. And, as women, that's hard. Isn't that hard? That's hard. And it's nothing I chose or said I was going to do. It just, gosh, you shaking my thing here. It's a gazebo up here, you all. You see that? So he is actually making it shake. So I'm at a point where this sequence of my life is just so. You all put on there when I talked about my therapist. My appointments was good. I started back with a therapist, and something just told me you need to go see a therapist. It was just like certain parts and times in my life, and it's just the calmness of me is just extra amazing. You know, it's a different calm that I'm having, and I like it. I just keep saying this is that part of my life, how life has different, we say phases, but it's that there's different sequences in life, and I'm there. And I don't know what the next part is going to be, but this part here is showing me that, hey, this is where you are right now, where you should be. And you've just got to not say you accept, but I just have to be aware and say, okay, that's nothing I need to be involved in. That's nothing I need to do. Somebody else can do that. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. It's okay to not do anything right now. We have to tell ourselves that because before COVID came, my mindset was that if I'm watching TV so much all day, something's wrong. I'm wasting time. I need to be doing something else. Now, before that time, my business was prospering. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, it was prospering. Blessed because it was all about ministering, it was all about serving. Even as God blessed, the business. But after COVID, I learned a lot about TV. Never been a TV person in my life, but we had to come up with some things in the house to do, and my husband bought a dart game, board games. We had things we had to come up with and do in the house. But it taught me, and it's still teaching me now that, oh, it feels so good out here. It's comfortable. It taught me that it's okay, you know, and it taught many of us, I know you as well, that we need to sometimes just sit ourselves down and just chill That's why I tell people when it snow, which very rare we get, I love it because people sit down. You can't go nowhere. Or when the power go out around here, I laugh. I said, it was quiet, no noise, because I don't like all that. So when I go back in, my husband will have Alexa in there. He's in the kitchen, cut up a watermelon. But if he's in another room, Alexa's still on, so I get on my phone, turn her down. And I told him, I said, if you want Alexa wherever you at, take her back there. I can't handle all that. And I've noticed with Fur Baby, he's the same way. Yes, no, early this morning he was in my office, and I said, Cash, come on. He wouldn't come. He usually watch me when I go downstairs, come to the door. It was nothing. And so I said, come on. Eventually came in there, then he started acting back himself. And my husband said, he must don't like noise. I said, no. I said, but he likes the calmness. And in my office, I said, that's my personal office. I said, it's something I prayed over, and that's what's in that office. It's very, you know, as people may say, a moment of where when I go in there, I do a lot of praying, I do a lot of things, and then I have my tall billboard there, my picture on it too, so I think that's his safety, calmness of saying I'm in there with him too, because my picture is tall, you know, the beaming things you buy, the stands, but he's even that way. He's that way because our house is that way. We don't stay up all night, we go to bed, we you know, it's that in there, and he's that same way. But I'm enjoying this phase of my life, and even on my job, I'm with this as well, of saying, you know, I'm always going to do 100% plus more, but I'm paying more attention to my body, what I can do. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm not as swift as I used to be. And I'm telling people that. So that's when you have to get to that place, beautiful soul, to say, I've got to find this serenity, this peace. And we sometimes looking, but it's right in here. We just got to put ourselves in the atmosphere, or in the arenas, or put ourselves around the individuals and the places that's going to allow it to come out and grow and develop. It's there. We just sometimes have to sit down and listen and pay attention to say, okay, you know, it's there. We have to pay attention, sit down, get in that quiet place and pay attention. That's what we've got to do. Now, you all know, you're probably saying, why is she still wrapping this blanket? It's comfortable out here. And it was cold in there. And I'm still not hot. So I'm paying attention to some things with my body too, you know, because I'm just paying attention to some things. There's some different things going on there, so I'm paying attention to that. We have to pay attention to so many things with ourselves, with the mind, body, soul, and the spirit. And that helps us tap into who we are. And sometimes we don't know who we are till we probably way on down the senior age, because we have been, as women, so, take a minute, breathe hard. We have women been so much, been in a place so much to where we're just actually taking care of others, focusing on others, pinpointing on others, to where we don't have time to do for ourselves. So that's what I wanted. It just came to me as I started talking. Find that place. Find that secret place. Sorry with the shaking. Old big old cat shaking it, shaking everything. But beautiful souls, find that place. Find the place. And when you find the place, sometimes you have to search. God's going to show you. He's going to reveal it for you. And he's probably revealed it before you many times. It's me, but I'm still just, you know, thinking I had to be handling and doing all these things and overlooking. But there's going to be a point, if you haven't gotten there yet in your life, to where you're going to say, oh, this is it. This is my secret place. This is it. And this is where I am. And I've actually put together something for the summer. I haven't done it, that I was going to do, and I'm going to still do it. I am. I was going to go do a hiking. I was going to go to some different parks and do that. And I'm still going to do that, because I want to get some content out there and do some things. So I'm still going to do it. Looking at some doggy parks, I said, you know, husband, we're going to just meet him and Cash. We're going to just ride down there. Just ride out one day and let Cash play. Cash. Let him play. And we stop and get something to eat and sit out there and play and just walk around. You know, living this, come on back. I'm going to do some thrifting, do it that way for my content, but I just try to add on my list of different things, and state parks was one of them. Because I saw some on YouTube channel, I'm like, and they had kids. I'm like, yeah, we don't have to have the money to go and pay money, do all these things. It's before us as it relates to finding that place, that secret place, the serenity, the peace that we need, which is here. But we're going to put ourselves in those atmospheres. I'm going to continue to put myself in those places to where it's going to continue to come out. So I am going to be, honestly, I haven't just been feeling good. I just been managing every day. But I'm going to look at some parks. I am. I've written them down. I'm telling my husband some Saturday morning, let's go. And some of them may be 30 minutes away. And, just go and just go ride down there for a while and chill out and grab something to eat or snack or something. And taking cash somewhere is like packing up a baby. And we just go and just enjoy. He loves to ride in the car. He has his little calming pill, but he loves to ride because he goes with us many places. But that's what I want you to think about, finding that place, that secret place. Remember, it's within you. But we have to place ourselves in that atmosphere, in the places around the people. Oh, we have to put ourselves there, right, in order for it to actually birth. Yeah, we have to do that. So, beautiful souls, I'm going to go on in. I'm still not hot. The air is blowing so pretty, but I'm going to go in and just find me a little snack or something. Probably eat me some watermelon. My husband's doing like a little cold. Get me some of that. Get some actual. He brought me a lot of stuff, pineapples and strawberries and all that stuff. I should go and get some fruit. But anyway, beautiful souls, let me get up, cause honey, my paw here, my little one. Go on in, Mama's coming. Okay, beautiful souls, you go on and have an amazing day. Look at the sun right there. You see it? It's not bright sun, but it's actually getting brighter out here. But it is cloudy for raining. But anyway, I'm just going to show you all this behind here. Let me go this way because I'm like, it is a lot of trees, and it's beautiful. And I always be afraid to say, Lord, if they fall. And we've had something come through here a few months ago. We were blessed. But that's what's there. And that's Cash space, all of his space down there and what have you. But I want you all just to see all of the trees and God's beauty. I'll bring it back this way. God's beauty of everything. Yeah, God's beauty of everything. So you all going to have an amazing, amazing Saturday, beautiful souls. I'm going to go in and fight this nausea. Fight this nausea, you all. Love you all. Peace and blessings to you all. I'll talk to y'all later now. Bye-bye.